great practice to have monthly meetings to share the wins of the office or your organization and also discuss areas where you can improve. So in our monthly meetings, we had everybody present. And we would open up the meeting with something fun, a positive note. You don't want to go into a meeting and automatically fire your guns and say, we are doing horrible, because that sets the tone for the meeting. So what I would recommend is make sure that you go into your monthly meeting with a positive tone by sharing a positive experience, a great review, and then go into areas that need to be improved and give your team time to speak up and share any challenges that they're facing so that everyone in the office can learn from it. Now, I know it can be challenging for your team to open up to you and feel like they have a safe environment. So here's what we recommend. Create an open and honest communication, an environment where team members aren't afraid to let you know if something can be done better. Because remember, you can't be everywhere at the same time. And it's really your key players that's gonna tell you and give you the feedback for the processes that you implement to see if they're even working in real life and how we can improve them so that you can ultimately improve your customer service. A Level 10 meeting is a 90-minute weekly meeting where we discuss issues that are happening in the office, and then you create steps to take actions to fix them, and you designate them to a certain person on that team. And at the end of the meeting, you rate the meeting from 1 to 10 on how good and effective the meeting was. And that's why it's called a Level 10 meeting. In the Level 10 meetings at the end, everybody knows what they need to bring to the meeting next time. So it holds each team member accountable to fixing that issue or giving us an update for the next meeting. And the reason why it's only 90 minutes, you don't want to have death by meeting. And there has to be control of how the meeting is going. So spending 60 minutes on the problems, 20 minutes on action items, and then closing the meeting so that it does not feel like a meeting that goes on forever and ever. In less than 10 years, we went from 1 office to 7 locations, scaled it, and recently just exited the business and sold it for 8 figures. But despite all of that, we understand that the key to success is by always staying humble. We both came from humble beginnings, and we are both first-generation Americans, but we had big dreams and really built a company based on purpose. And on the road to success, we remained humble with our team, with our patients, our family, and friends. Because at the end of the day, the true definition of success is not how much money you have in the bank, but how well you treat the people around you. Because nobody wants to be Dr. Ego. Just because you have a DR in front of your name does not mean you are God. You know what Dr. Ego looks like? Do what he says and ask no questions. You can't voice your opinions, or if you make a mistake, he will demoralize you and even throw an instrument at you. We've all had a parent or a boss where their ego dominated you and you were fearful. But who wants to work 8 hours a day with someone like that? Definitely not me. And when we created our company, we wanted to make sure that we created an environment that was safe and we were servant leaders. When a team member approaches you, don't just look at your computer and type and say, I'm listening, when you're really not there. Be present. Give them 5 minutes of your time so that they can feel heard. And believe me, it will make such a huge difference, and you'll start to see the team camaraderie and you'll see the transformation. It doesn't happen overnight. In order to build trust with your team members, you have to be able to put yourself out there as well.